Hey gang, welcome to another episode of the Paint Party Livestream. So glad to have you here in the studio. It usually, when I'm coming to you the last few weeks, I've said, oh, it's so hot in the studio because I'm here in the attic. This week, I have a jacket on because it's so cool. It's in the 60s, 50s, and 60s. So I still have the windows open, but no fans going. So kind of crazy. The weather's up and down in the mountains. That's just how it goes. But it is so good to have you back here in the studio with me. If you've been here before, you know how this live stream works. It is real laid back, but this is my Learn to Paint journey, and I'm bringing you along for the journey. Every week we work on a painting, and I kind of go through my process out loud. I love to engage with you, so please do participate in the live stream wherever you're watching. You can do that through the comments on whatever platform you are watching me on. Feel free to ask questions, to make comments or suggestions. I love engaging with you during the live stream. All right, you'll notice I already have my apron smock on. I've been actually working on another painting prior to the kickoff of the live stream. I have a commission that I'm wrapping up, and so am already kind of in the mode and ready to go. So let's get started. I'll jump over here. Hi there, Anai. So good to see you. So great to have you, and I will bring you all over to this camera while I set up the main camera. All right, let's see. I hope everybody's week is going well. You may hear background noise, motorcycles revving, engines revving. That is because the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally is going on here in South Dakota, and so there are a lot of motorcycles here in town and driving through town, and I live right on the state highway, so that is what's going on if you hear some loud motors in the background. Okay. I am having a difficulty kind of getting this set. Okay, we are working again on the Mont Saint-Michel painting. So welcome those of you that are popping in here. I see a few more people popping in. It's kind of quiet tonight, but let me get the, whoops, that's not what I wanted. We'll put that over there so that you have the palette I'm working on. We are going to be doing some more detail work on Mont Saint-Michel. So let me get that up. We will be, last time you'll remember we did some detail work here on the painting, and then here. It's really good how it's coming together, this wall. And now I'd like to focus on this portion of the painting for this evening. So we'll be doing a lot of the detail here, and then the final will be the abbey itself and the wall below. So if we get this detail work satisfactory, then we'll move to the wall, I think, and then I'll do the abbey itself last, or maybe vice versa. We shall see. Let me put up a reference photo for you so you can see what we're working from. On your right hand of your screen, you'll see several references. I'm using actually the top reference, the bottom reference for kind of how the, let's start over. I'm using the top reference photo for the main painting. The bottom reference is just because I had added some foreground to make it look like it's further in the background. So that's why that is there. Otherwise, just look at the top portion. I'll kind of expand this a little bit so you can see a little bit better. I should just edit this. I wonder if I can edit it in. Nope. Can't edit it in my software, but that's all right. Welcome, welcome. For those of you that are popping in, I see a few more people popping in the stream. So glad to have you. Welcome this evening. We're just doing detail work on this portion of the painting here in your kind of left upper quadrant of the screen. Let me see if I can raise the camera. That might give you a better view actually of what I'm working on. Let me tilt the camera up. Okay. This is the portion of the abbey we're working on tonight. So let's jump in and get started. I'm going to bring my stool over here. So excited to get this painting done. It is really starting to, whoops, sorry about that. It's really starting to come to, okay, let me adjust this. Come to the point that I want. Here we go. Again, sorry about the wibbly wobbly. Just trying to get the best angle for y'all to view the work that I'm doing. Okay. All right. That is good. Now, let's jump in. And I think what we need to do is get some paint on the palette. We'll put some burnt umber, some raw umber, and then a little I think a little ultramarine blue to diffuse what we're doing, and some white. All right. Ultramarine blue and white. And then probably some yellow ochre and raw sienna. Okay, now looking at this, I think I want to, let's just start from the top and start in what we need to do is put in a little, and get I got some more detail brushes this week, so that's exciting to me. Da, da, da. Let's try this one. What I want to do is mix a little bit of, I think, this blue, and I'm mixing a shadow color. So let's do a little bit of brown because what I want to do is the shadow under the roof as well as the shadow on each of these architectural points. So all right, so we'll come in here. What we want to do is want to start to okay, so we have and then there is some shadow on this side, so I'm going to come down here a little bit. Okay. Now, the edge of that, there's a shadow, a window. And there's shadow that kind of comes over here. And say that the shadow comes right there. And then there's another shadow that comes. And there's a shadow that comes, I think, about right there. Then, of course, this one. All right. Now, what I want to do is lighten this just a bit. Come in with gray, and we need a little more paint, and we need to put in some windows, or the suggestion of windows. Again, feel free to comment or ask questions in the comments wherever you're watching. So glad that you are here with me. Oh my goodness. I keep putting my hand in. There's standing water on my palette here because I had just cleaned it from the work I was doing earlier. So, all right. Let's see if we can put suggestion of a window in here. All right, we want a window. Actually, what we need to do is put in I'm lightening this up a little bit. We need the rooftop to do this easily. So we'll put this rooftop in. There, that gives us, now I want to lighten this up a little bit because I want to go over here and do this actually comes like that. Okay, that helps. Now, oh, whoops. Finally found you on episode 111. That's weird. Was that on YouTube? It showed 111? I'll have to go and make sure. Or did it pop up that way on Facebook? I wondered if my settings were off because not as many people popped in. Glad you found it. Some others may not have seen that or may be struggling. Bummer. That's frustrating. Oh well. Not oh well, but... Oh, episode 112 says one waiting. Oh, that's a bummer. Ew. I'll have to get it sorted after the... Thought I had them all lined up appropriately. I'll have to get them sorted after the session. Okay. Now we have a roof here, we have roof there, shadows. Now let's see if we can, again, put in some... See if we can put in the windows, just mixing some blue and brown. See if we get enough. Windows needs to be right above the, yeah, that should work. Then there's a window right about there. Then there's one right behind. We'll put it right there. Not quite exactly, probably, but that's all right. Now, I want to try to mix that color that is right behind there. Oh, that's a little light. See if we can take it down just a little bit. Mom, if you're still on here, could you go over to YouTube and in the comments, there should be a comment stream for episode 112. Would you put a comment in there saying something about, where the live stream is on episode 111, or take the link from 111 and leave it in the comments of 112? That way, if somebody, Bob or Lola or somebody is over there waiting, they will see that and not think that I'm not live streaming. That would be super helpful. Hey there, Bobby. So good to see you. Apparently, I have some confusion on YouTube with my live stream numbers and episodes, so I apologize about that. So glad that you have found me. Okay, now I need to figure out how to show the maybe just a little bit lighter. Basically, I want to show the pillars of on this side of the shadow. I want to show that there's something architecturally there that is casting that shadow. Okay, that might work. We'll see how it dries. You don't want to go, it's pretty bright. I don't want to go too bright, but it will dry darker. Oh, will dry darker, so that should help. You as well. We are doing more detail work, just working this side of this painting, getting some of the architectural features done for Mont Saint-Michel. So I'm excited because little by little it's coming together. It's crazy how you put a few shadows and a few information. Nope, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, you left the room, your room. Oh, I just asked if you would go over to YouTube and put a comment in episode 112 and say that the live stream's actually on 111, or leave the link for 111 in 112 so that if somebody's waiting over there, they get the notification. That's all I was saying or asking of you. Yeah, okay, so this is rendering the way I want it to. That's really good. Now, let's come in and start underneath there. We'll mix a highlight color, some yellow. I need to do some right below here. I need to establish this. I'm not sure what it was, but some sort of we'll adjust this in just a minute. There. Oh, okay. I thought if you went to the page, there was a. Let me see if you all will bear with me. I'm gonna see. I have my iPad sitting here. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the YouTube. Okay, it shows my. how do I go to my main, there we are, Livestream 12. Let me see, chat publicly. Oh, it says no one. Yeah, it says August 7th. I don't know why it didn't link there. That's weird. I'll have to adjust it. Strange. I apologize for the... Nobody's waiting over there, so they either got lost or didn't know where to find us. Okay. We'll continue. We'll continue. Now I need to figure out this kind of shadow again. So this is probably going to be similar to what's up there. So let's take a little of this, mix a little of this, the red, the brown, just to give us a shadow color, but it's a light shadow color. And we want to, oh no, that's the main color. Okay, so we want to darken that a little bit. So we will put some more blue and brown into it so that we can, oops, I lost my camera. That's weird. I wonder if your time zone on YouTube is off or something. Shouldn't be off that much though. Okay, so we'll just keep working our way down on this. Part of the problem that's difficult is it's hard for me to tell, even with a blown up picture, it's hard for me to tell exactly what these formations are. So I'm just going to, if it's too hard to see, then that's okay. I'm going to just do that. Then we'll just figure it out as we go, I think. I am really pleased with how this is starting to come out. It's just really, just adding these details is really making the painting come alive to me. And this is exactly what I want to feel when I look at it. I want to remember what it was like seeing it and being there. So I have a TikTok, but I don't actively post there. I, for a while, was posting some live stream, oh, what's it called, where they speed it up. I can't remember. But I was posting some of those speeded up things. But I don't. TikTok was way too much, way too addictive for me, and I didn't continue using it. Yes, time lapse is the word. Thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. I did a time lapse, some time lapses, but I haven't posted much anything else there. And I know I should. I know I have a artist acquaintance friend who went all in on TikTok and he has kind of a crazy persona on TikTok and like really and he gets a lot of views and stuff for his antics, but he also puts a ton of work into it. Oh, yeah, I haven't I wish there was a way to stream. I need to check to TikTok and like Instagram. I think you have to do it on the platform. Like you can't do it through a third party streaming service yet, or maybe they won't let you at all ever. But that's what's difficult because I typically stream through. I have a software that syndicates to all the different platforms, and so that makes it difficult because I don't have extra devices that I could set up, because it'd be cool to put another device up and have TikTok going, but yeah, I don't have that, unfortunately, or that capacity right now. Yeah, I would have to build up some followers then to be able to stream, because I haven't. I suppose I could probably do that pretty quick if I put a lot of time and effort into TikTok. Yep. Okay, I'm doing some minor adjustments here because it's not architecturally, it's not quite coming together exactly like my reference photo here. this shadow kind of blends into the shadow here. So we're going to move this wall over so that it's a little better. That's going to help us. This this process is definitely just a constant one of adjusting. That's one of the things I love about painting is it's like you just constantly adjust, and over time you get better and better at adjusting, and to adjust less and less, or less in different ways. I'm just bringing all of this shadow down because I can then go lay the green over it. But and I'll put this yellow wall in again, kind of in a little bit better placement, because all of this was basically under painting. I just kind of put some landmarks in the place it kind of felt like they were. So all right. So we have some shadow that will dry. Let's go back up here and really look at this then. Put a little bit of, there it goes. I'd like to do apologize for those motorcycles. if you can hear that ruckus. They are certainly loud this year. They seem louder than they've been in the past. I don't know if that's true, but it feels like they're louder this year, or maybe there's just more coming through my town. I will be glad to get to Friday, believe me, or Saturday, Sunday. I think that's when they kind of, I mean, there will be some here for another week, but they kind of start to wind down. Okay. Putting a little let's try to go here and see if we can put that back. I'm going to take some of this gray that is shadow up here and take it into the dark shadow here and see if I can start creating some of the, it might be too light, but we'll see. Suggestion of We'll keep adjusting this till we kind of get it right. I made the windows much too small, but there. Should be something like this. Hey there, Bob G. I heard my YouTube was off a week or something messed up, so I apologize. I'll just make that one window. We'll make these all, we'll carve around them. There we go. We have our kind of windows, and then this is where we need our wall to come. So this is really the challenge of all these, getting all these weird shadows and shapes and things to all read correctly so that this one looks behind that one, and this one's in front of that one, and that one's behind that one. This is really the challenge of this painting, is to make all of those look like they're in the right place. Plus, then you have on the same facade shadow and light, and making it read so that it's not all in the shadow or not all in the light. Quite the challenge. So, but it is a lot of fun, and it forces me to learn a lot. Okay, so we're mixing that kind of yellow again, diffusing it quite significantly. Oh, that's not what I want. Nope. We'll take the white and yellow. Just see if we can. And I need some more of the I remember when I started this painting, I had no idea what I was doing color-wise. And it's crazy that just over a year, now I'm like, okay, I kind of really feel like I know what I'm doing to a certain extent. Okay, so now I need to come down from about right there to like right in there. And I'm going to use a straight edge so that it's a little bit more at least theoretically is a little bit more straight than just freehanding it. Okay, now, oh, I should have done it the other direction, but now we go we can kind of get yeah, that's what I should have done. Put it up like this. Ugh. Bummer. Oh, that's frustrating. Computer glitches are always annoying. But especially if you can't figure out why they're glitching. All right. This will look out of place until we get some of the green up against it because it's so bright. But I think that's the right color we want. Then take this and just put there's a little bit of a wall that shines through there, shows through. I don't know what's going on there, but that is fine. You are super kind, and I could say the same. I love your work. Almost has this fantastical quality to it. It's like the idealized landscape. The colors you choose are it's almost like a mystical land that we all wish we lived in. That's what I enjoy about your work. All right. Thank you, Bob. It is really starting to get there. We did this building, and it really, like, once you put in the detail, this one's getting there. I want to get this one done tonight, and maybe this. I'd love to get this whole end done, but I don't think we can do it. The right word is naive. Oh, in your style? I am getting better. Yeah, I am with you on that. I don't know if I'd call your work naive, maybe innocent. Like it's like this world that is like innocent and beautiful, and yeah. Sometimes naive has a bad connotation to it, or kind of a negative, and I don't think your work at all is negative. But yeah, it's really beautiful work, and I appreciate the kind words. We're all in this together, no? All in it together. So I had a really cool experience this last week, y'all. I had a friend visiting who is a really gifted organist, and we got to go up the street to our local Episcopal church, which has the oldest organ in my town. It's from 1905, and my friend played it, and we got to put on an impromptu, well, he did, an impromptu concert for the community on Thursday night, which was really cool to be able to share that with my community and also learn a little more about the organ. I don't know a whole lot about that instrument. It was really fascinating and beautiful. But that being said, I have become inspired to play a little more piano. I grew up playing piano and just kind of drifted away over the years. But I got a whole bunch of music on my iPad, and this afternoon I sat and actually practiced, which I haven't done for years. And it was just so nice. I realized that sorry, I'm concentrating and talking at the same time, which is not my forte. I realized that I was falling back in love with the piano, which makes me happy because painting has kind of taken over my life, which is fine. I love it. But what I realized this afternoon was, no, we did not. Just organ. I realized that part of the problem, like always growing up with the piano, was like when I started learning piano, is I wanted it to be perfect. I wanted to be perfect. And that took a lot of the joy out of it. And I realized because of my painting, I've realized, oh, I don't need to be perfect at all. And there's place to still make art that is imperfect, and for it to be still enjoyable to people, even if it's imperfect. Oh, cool. Yeah, Bobby, I live on Main Street in my town, and so there are 2 churches within about 2 blocks. And then there's a couple more around the corner, so quite a few churches right around me. All right, let's see. Let's see. I need to think this, a little bit of yellow. Hey there, HB. I didn't see you pop in. Sorry about that. Glad you could pop in for just a minute. Okay. Now I need to start carving all of this out of here. Okay, my piano tune is on my to-do list, so that's a deal. I will bring my iPad and play what I've been practicing. Okay, I'm mixing a darker, what I need to do now is come across here and put in shadow. Oh, some of this is. So I need to mix some more. We are not related, just very dear friends and actually business partners. I used to live in Little Rock, Arkansas, and we became friends there. Okay. Let's see. So I'm bringing this over to about here. Put in this cast shadow. It's amazing, and this is just a side note for all y'all. Something that I've noticed on this painting, of course, there are variations and gradients in the stone, so you don't just want it like right now. See, this is all just like one yellow, one brown. Like you want variations in the stone so that it looks like stone and not just flat panels of color. But there are also gradients and variations in shadows, and so that's also what I'm trying to, because right up against the building it's very dark. Oop, I just took some of the paint off. Right up against the building it's very dark where the darkest part of the shadow is, but then as the shadow progresses out towards the light it becomes more and more diffused. So that's something I'm thinking about as I'm putting the shadow in, is how do I make this, you know, diffuse as it goes out. So now we're here, and this shadow kind of goes this direction. All right, now we're getting a little more precise. Now we need to come in again and mix more shadow. Dark shadow. Let me look in this next section where the darkest. Well, there's some dark shadow right in there. Now I'm adding more brown to the shadow color so it's not as cold, but I still want it pretty dark on this side. We're coming in here, carving out our architecture. just kind of jotting in some more points of reference. Okay. By carving that out, now we have some definition there. Let's go back in here. There we go. Paint the darkest colors. Lighten this up a little bit. I want to take a little bit of this and put over here there is a all right, I'm going to put windows in there now. We want to come in with basically a little bit lighter, but still dark, and we want to do just the now what we have to, it's crazy because it's almost like in negatives. Like I use the dark color outside of the shadow, and then I bring the lighter color into the shadow. Okay, this is still a little messy for me, but I want to figure out. I think this is too bright. I want to get some more detail. Put a little red into this and just give the edge of here. Let's see. Okay, now I'm moving into this area. Um, to put some detail in because I think I can. All right, we got half an hour left to get this bad boy straightened out. Let's see what we can do on this kind of terrace area. There's a big terrace out here that looks back towards the abbey. This is like I said, an exposed terrace, and this is basically the front door. You go into the chapel that way. Or the cathedral. I mean, it's the size of a cathedral. It's huge. So let's see. What can we do? All right, we want this to dry a little bit. I think this is fairly accurate as far as the layout. So I want to mix this gray again. Or this kind of grayish color. It's kind of a grayish stone color. So we'll put a little more brown and red into it. We want to begin to carve out shapes. So from here, this goes out here to about there, I think. There. That gives us illusion that it's in the shadows. Now, I want to take essentially the same color, maybe a little bit lighter, this shadow color up here, and we want to go on this let's add a little yellow to it, little yellow. I don't want it to stand out too much because it's still in the shadows, but this is where we a little bit more because it's not standing out much at all. Not much difference at all. Then we bring a much lighter color. And let's come over here and we're going to all right, we will let that dry a little bit. Trying to do too much alla prima, which is wet on wet, which you don't usually do with acrylics because they dry so fast. But okay. All right, and we're going to take the same light color here. We're going to try to come in and do some more architectural suggesting architectural components. There. Now all we need to do with this on this side is come in and put shadows in. So we'll take some of that darker color again, and there's a shadow like right in there. Shadow right on the edge there. Okay. I'm taking this again. Seemed like this came together relatively easy, and this has all been difficult. I don't know if it's just because of there's so much variation, or I don't know. Thing is, it's coming. It's getting there. Little by little. So all right, we have about 20 minutes left. Let's see if we can get this at least wrapped up. Okay. What was I going to do? Oh, I know. Right here, there's a there. Okay. Now, starting to get there, starting to get there. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just looking at what is missing or what I can add to make this all come, this part come together. Okay. Now I'm just filling in some spots where there will eventually be, I'll go in and redo. I'm kind of saving the greenery for the last, but I had put some there. We'll give a little bit of give all this underpainting. There we go. Now that's basically covered. But up in here, then, there is a right here, there is a little rocky spot that I've missed. This is reading okay, but I'm not totally happy with it. Hey there, Shirley. Thanks for popping in for a few minutes. But I'm not sure how to fix it totally, so I'm just going to kind of take a breath, let it sit, and probably pick it up again next week. I hope that this isn't boring to you all to do multiple weeks on the same painting. If it is, let me know, and we'll go back to or some variation of what we had before where it was a different painting every week. But I just want to get this more and more of this done, and this allows me to have dedicated time to work on it. Also, I think it gives you a realistic view of my work process as opposed to just, hey, it's a new painting and everything's magical and it gets done, even though, because we know I don't usually get through the whole painting, but I think we got a significant amount of work done. I like this. We got that totally done. That's good. Not going to touch that. This is pretty good. I want to add a little more detail, I think, in there, some variation. Continue working on this, but for the most part, it's pretty good. We'll bring in the greenery around there that will hide this part. Not hide, but it's just what's there. And then, not boring at all. Thanks, Bobby. I appreciate it. That's my gut. Like I thought like if I give more of my process and you get to see more of just me working through, adjusting things that don't turn out, redoing, because I'm still not totally happy with this, but I'm not sure. It still looks a little kindergarten. When you get up close, it's not as precise as I would like it, but we're definitely moving in the right direction. Definitely moving in the right direction. It is looking much more precise than it has. So I think I will start wrapping up and say good night to you all. It has been a pleasure having you on the live stream. I'm grateful for all of you. And you will, over the next 6 to 12 months, really get to see more of the actual development of my kind of artistic perspective, because that's what I'm going to be focusing on for the next 12 months really heavily. You'll get to see the fits and starts of that process as I continue to explore the development of my own skill. I'm really going to push the envelope when it comes to my skill level. All right, I'm going to scoot this back so you can see at a distance. Let me get rid of the reference photo. That way y'all can kind of see what we've done from the beginning. A couple weeks ago, we did the hotel down here and then started moving up with this building and then did some more there. We took the sky in, and then we've been working here tonight. Did all of this, need a little bit more work. Then we'll come in and do the detail on the tower or on the wall. It's pretty much there. I just need to refine the lines so that the lines are better. It's much like painting a new painting each week as you move from one part to another. Thanks, Bob. Yeah, that's a good perspective. But it's all coming together. I'm just really happy with where it's going, because I know if I just keep working piece by piece, eventually the whole thing will be how I want it. It will be detailed, and when you step back, it really gives you that feeling of the immensity of it, especially once I clear up these lines and that looks less blocked in. It's really, I think, going to pop. So let me switch you back and get this turned around so that I can say a proper good night. I hope that you have a great week. I'm going to try to deal with the motorcycles outside my windows all day and all night for the next few days. But I keep telling myself they are dropping lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of money into our local economy. And that's part of the reason South Dakota doesn't have a state income tax. So I don't want to complain too much, because it's worth a few $1,000s of no income tax to deal with tourists. Well, we deal with tourists all summer, but specifically these heavy seasons for a week or two here. So, my camera's not adjusting. All right. Thanks so much, Shirley. So glad you stopped by. I appreciate it. Whoops, that's not what you want. I'll go back there. All right. I want to say thank you once again for joining me. It's been so good having you in the studio as always. We will be here next Monday. I will get all the YouTube snafu figured out, and we'll get back on track with, it'll actually be episode 113 next week, but I will get it all figured out. Either way, it will be corrected for August 14th. At 6 p.m. Mountain Time. I will see you. We will be working probably on this one unless I get just a significant amount of work done this week outside of the live stream. We'll keep working on this, but I'd like for you all to be able to see it all pulled together. So we'll keep working on it. We'll get it done. But it's been so good having you. Thanks again for joining me, and I will see you next week. Until then, have a great week and a good night.